All right, guys, I sharpened my pencil. I have my, I sharpened it. I'll keep this handy because I'll want to keep on sharpening it. And I have my eraser in my hand. I also have this eraser in case I need to use it. And also, if you're interested, these aren't super expensive, but these are awesome. These are electric erasers that you can buy at Hobby Lobby. They don't come as part of your kit, but they're awesome. So if you're interested in using one of these, you could go get one. Not required though. I have my tissue paper handy. You can also use the chamois cloth, as was just explained before. And yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to create the value chart. So I'm just going to come across like this, like that, like that. And you can make it as precise as you'd like. I'm just going to kind of create a quick one. If you want it to make it look nice and neat, you can go with like a ruler or something and measure them all out perfectly, but that's not necessary. As long as I can see that you're able to create uniform lights and darks, that's all that matters. So coming in here, when we shade, we want to use the side of the pencil, at least initially, because we don't want to get rid of that awesome sharp point on the end. So I want to come in like this and sharpen this whole area. Yep, shade it in. Okay, and the tissue paper is awesome because I can use this or the chamois cloth, either or. I can take this and spread the charcoal across like this and blend it in. Like that. Come back in and I can refine things. Go back darker if I need to. Okay, and this is our furthest box over for our value chart, so we want this to be nice and black. Okay, and as we come over to this next box, right, this is our mid-tone, it's our mid-value, it's halfway between. So I'm going to come in again using the side of my pencil and just cover that area and get kind of a mid-tone. When you use your tissue or your chamois cloth, you will pick up some of that charcoal, so it will go a shade lighter when you go in and blend it, which is fine. We can always go back in and darken it, but if you notice how I come in and blend this and spread that charcoal kind of around to make it smoother, it will go a little bit lighter. There we go. See how fast that is? Charcoal is super quick. We can work with it. And then I'll come back in and I can refine that and make it nice and clean with the edge of my eraser here. All right. Because I'm not working too dark. I'm not pushing too hard. I'm going to blow on this, get all the little charcoal pieces and stuff out and pull it off. So we went from black to our middle. This is going to stay white. So now we need to get this mid value and this value right here. Same thing. I'm just going to come in, go a little bit darker this time. Move this out of the way. Make it a little bit darker than what this was. Come in with my tissue paper and I can just smooth that area out. And this takes a little bit of practice. It'll take some work to like finally kind of figure out how hard you have to push to get it how you want it, but always recognize that when you go in to to spread the charcoal around with your tissue paper or your chamois cloth, it will pick up some of that charcoal. So let's go to the next one right here. So this one right here, I want to be really light when I go in to spread it around with my tissue paper. So notice I'm not going to push very hard. Just being really light with it. We'll make it almost as dark as this. Almost, not quite. And I can use the end, I can use a clean end, or I can use a dirty end to spread it around. I'm going to use a clean end this time because I want to pick up more than put down. And the goal is to get it as uniform as possible. So there's a little bit left over here that we could fill in right there. There we go. And then if you need to, like I have kind of these inconsistencies here where it gets kind of dark there, then I can use my eraser to come in and kind of pull those areas out a little bit more. Kind of dab at it if I want. Dabbing at it will pull that out. Okay, and then we can go back in and refine if we need to. Luckily this H pencil doesn't get too dark, so if you're really light with it, you can almost come across and you don't even need to use the tissue. But I like using the tissue. I like to spread it around and I like to make it smooth. So, okay. There we go. We'll refine that little box right there. Refine our edges. Make it nice and uniform and nice and clean. Whoops. There we go. That's how you start out, is come in and just create your value chart. Pretty simple. So I will refine this just a little bit more, spend my time making these edges nice and clean, making everything uniform, but I'm pretty close to being done. So that's the first step, is the value chart. There you go.